It goes without saying that 1.14 was a great addition to Minecraft, but I've personally gotten bored of raids, with only 6 types of enemies appearing, all with predictable and easy to manage attacks after being in the game for so long. So in this video, I'm going to be upgrading raids, showing how you can upgrade them for yourself. All mods used will be linked in the description. If you enjoy the video, consider subscribing. First off, we're going to need a lot more variety in enemies. It's pretty safe to say that there's multiple categories, which I'll list here. Basic offense, support, and powerful mobs. So we'll need to add more to each section, like the Enchanter from Minecraft Dungeons, enchanting its allies, making for a more varied fight. For another support example, we have the Trickster, which mostly casts spells that hinders the player's movement and more. On top of the Pillagers and Vindicators as basic troops, we have the Archer and Griefer. The Archer acting like the Illusioner, but without the magic, still making similar strides. The Griefer spawns mini creepers along with a barrage of other explosive attacks. When defeated, they'll drop spores that allow the player to do the same. For a few examples for the stronger characters, we have the Absorber, which only takes 1 heart of damage no matter how high the weapon goes in damage. The Crocofang, which is one of my favourite mobs from these mods, charges in a straight line and gets stunned if it hits a block mid-charge. I won't show all mobs yet, just some that I've personally taken a liking to. Next up, we need to add some more challenges to the raids. The Illigen Spellage mod adds 3 amazing new Illager bosses. They stay invulnerable until all other Illagers are defeated, leaving them as the ending boss for that round. Freakager and Ragno are my personal favourites. Once the Freakager takes damage, they pull a villager out of thin air, force-feeding them a strange potion which mutates them into Ragno, as the brute strength for the boss.
The flying word. I literally got recommended.
What? The actual...
Even continuing the boss fight if the Freakager is taken down. Alone or not, Ragnar can summon giant candy pieces that circulate as a defense. If they aren't taken down, they absorb into Ragnar, giving it health. For our next improvement, we're installing the Crossbowverhaul mod, replacing arrows with bolts being used instead for crossbows. The lighter the material, like gold, is easier to load, but does less damage. Gold, iron, diamond, netherite, and explosive bolts are the ranking in damage. You can now even use a smithing table to create a netherite crossbow, which does more damage but is slower to load, on top of the obvious lava and fire resistance. A few more smaller things that these mods add to your worlds. Multi-shot can be increased to 3. Pillagers use iron bolts, which do so much more damage, on top of their improved AI, making raiding outposts so much more of a difficult yet rewarding task. Outposts look a lot better and give more rewarding loot, with pits filled with mature and immature creepers, tended to by a Griefer, alongside a few Vindicator guards. The It Takes a Pillage mod adds a few more variants to pre-existing mobs, along with adding 2 new amazing structures to loot, like the Bastille, which contains a ton of loot, but a ton of Illagers to look out for. Also, another thing that this mod adds is clay golems, which are cheaper but weaker variants of iron golems. As another way to help defend villages, we have the Guard Villagers mod, which lets you recruit jobless villagers by giving them weapons such as swords and crossbows, allowing the player to access and customize their inventories to their liking. This mod also makes it so cleric villagers throw healing potions, functioning as supports and keeping defenseless villagers alive longer. The Monsters Plus mod adds the Crystallians and the Abyss Walkers, which drop the necessary materials to create crystal armor, which acts well for better protection against any magic casting illagers. The Conjurer is a mini-boss illager that I haven't seen appearing in any raids. Encountering and defeating this illager can provide the player with 2 new ranged weapons, the Bouncy Ball and the Throwing Card. Some more illagers that I find interesting. The Executioner is like a slower Vindicator, using a large cleaver that does a base damage of 12, doing 15 with sharpness 5, but having really slow attack damage. The Friends and Foes mod adds the Isolager and re-adds the Illusioner, making it more akin to the Minecraft Dungeons Illusioner, with the 2 being found in small cabins in either snowy tundras or spruce forests. Along with the forest cabins, the Hunter's Cabin can also be found. Hunters can gather meat by hunting nearby animals, being able to eat to regain health from survived encounters. Along with the Hunter comes the Boomerang, which the Hunter can use, with each Hunter having any 2 of the 3 weapons listed, a wooden sword, bow, or boomerang, which they can switch between if the situation calls for it. The Twitologer is probably one of my favorites for the absolute absurdity of it. If the Twitologer gets close enough to their target, they receive a notification on their phone. Upon taking a moment to read it, they get increasingly angry, screaming and running towards their target, before exploding once getting close enough. The best way to survive one of these attacks without a shield or totem is to use Griefer Armor, enchanted with Blast Protection 4. Griefer Armor is obtained by using the spores dropped by Griefers and mixing it with gold. Like Netherite, when the Twitologer explodes next to you with this set, you won't even take a heart of damage. When a boss spawns, the raid horn sounds so much more aggressive, alongside much more powerful illagers compared to normal waves, making it a lot more obvious. With all of these mods together, illager raids and structures become an actual challenge, requiring a bit more power instead of just running in and looting an outpost whilst ignoring everything. So, if you're bored of raids and want to try a harder version, download the mods that are linked in the description. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. I'm enjoying making these modded videos, and I'll be doing more in the future on different topics, so stay tuned for them. Once again, thank you for watching, and have a good day or night.